The day I heard my voice say things I never said. It started as an experiment. Upload a few audio samples and let AI try to mimic my voice. I wanted to see if all the hype around voice cloning and deepfake audio was real. But what I got back stunned me. It sounded exactly like me. Tone, rhythm, emotion, everything. The clone voice told stories I never told, answered questions I never heard, and even cracked jokes. And the scariest part, my friends and family could not tell the difference. It fooled them all. We have entered a new era where AI does not just write like us or draw like us, it speaks like us. Voice cloning used to be a futuristic fantasy, something you'd see in spy thrillers or sci-fi movies. But today, all it takes is a few minutes of recorded speech and the right model. With tools like 11 Labs, Resemble AI, and OpenAI's own voice tech, replication is now terrifyingly real. This raises major questions about trust, privacy, security, and how we define personal identity. Because your voice is no longer your own, it can be copied, remixed, and used in ways you never imagined. Imagine getting a call from yourself, giving instructions you never actually gave. Imagine scammers faking your voice to access your accounts or manipulate your family. That is not a dystopian scenario. It is already happening around the world. In this video, we test how easy it is to clone a voice using AI and explore the consequences. We will show you the process step by step, the results, and the reactions from real people. And most importantly, we will ask the hard question: if AI can sound like you, what is left that is truly yours? Buckle up, because once you hear yourself speaking words you never said, there is no going back. This is the era of AI deepfakes, and it is closer to your life than you think. If you are into tech that challenges reality, be sure to like this video and subscribe right now. 1. How AI voice cloning actually works. AI voice cloning is built on a process called speech synthesis powered by machine learning models. You upload audio samples, clear, consistent, and ideally emotion-rich, and the AI studies every detail. It breaks your speech down into phonemes, pacing, tone, and frequency patterns. Using a neural network, it maps these patterns into a synthetic voice model. Once trained, the model can generate entirely new audio that sounds like you, but was never recorded. The tech behind it has evolved quickly, from robotic-sounding voices to near-perfect mimicry. Modern tools use deep learning algorithms trained on thousands of voices to fill in missing elements. This gives the output more natural intonation, emotional range, and even breath control. Some systems can match whispering, shouting, laughing, and even regional accents. And once the voice is cloned, all you need is a typed script or audio prompt to speak with it. You can even feed it your written text and let the AI deliver it in your voice. The more samples it gets, the better it becomes, often requiring just 30 seconds of audio now. It can match not just how you say things, but also why you say them, your emotional context. This level of detail is what makes AI-generated voices both fascinating and frightening, because unlike a recording, these voices can say anything you want without you ever speaking. It is the voice version of a deepfake, and it is getting harder to detect. Some companies are adding watermarks or distortion to protect authenticity, but it is not widespread yet. Right now, almost anyone with basic access can create a clone voice in minutes. This has huge implications for creators, businesses, law enforcement, and regular people like you and me. 2. My voice versus the clone, the real-life test. To put this to the test, I uploaded a 3-minute clip of me reading a story in my normal tone. The AI tool I used said it only needed 30 seconds, but I gave it more just to be sure. Within 5 minutes, it gave me back a fully cloned model of my voice. I typed out a script that included phrases I had never said out loud before. Then I hit generate and waited to hear the result, and it shocked me to the core. The voice that came out sounded exactly like me, but saying things I never said. It had my rhythm, my pauses, even my tiny speech quirks and breaths. I sent the audio to my friends and asked, "Do you think this is me?" Every single one of them said yes. No one questioned it, not even for a second. Some said it felt a little off, but not enough to doubt its authenticity. I even played it to a family member who looked confused and said, "When did you record this?" That was the moment I realized just how real and how dangerous this technology can be. The clone fooled everyone, and it had never once used my actual voice recordings to speak. Now imagine if someone used it to impersonate me in a business call or personal message. They could manipulate my relationships, my reputation, or even access my personal data. And unless you had forensic level tools, you might never know it was not actually me. The line between real and fake had been crossed, and I had helped build the bridge. It was equal parts incredible and terrifying, because my voice was no longer just mine. It was now a digital asset, one that anyone could control with enough samples and time. 3. Real-world dangers of AI voice cloning. Voice deepfakes are not just science experiments. They are now being used in criminal activities. There have been real cases where clone voices tricked banks, families, and even CEOs. One executive transferred over $200,000 because he thought his boss called him with urgent instructions. In reality, it was a clone voice used by scammers who had studied his speech patterns. Another woman received a desperate call from her daughter begging for help, only it was not her. The clone voice was so accurate that she nearly wired money before realizing it was fake. These are not isolated incidents. They are spreading fast, and the technology is becoming more accessible. Imagine receiving a call from your spouse, child, or friend, only it is an AI-generated fake. With enough samples from videos, voicemails, or podcasts, anyone's voice can be replicated. This is not just identity theft. It is emotional manipulation on a new level. Governments and companies are starting to invest in deepfake detection tools, but they are not foolproof. Even trained forensic analysts sometimes struggle to distinguish clone voices from real ones. The emotional toll can be devastating when people realize they were tricked by a familiar voice. As the tech evolves, so must our defenses and our awareness of what is now possible. 4. Who owns your voice in the AI age? If AI can clone your voice, then who really owns it, you or the machine? This is one of the biggest legal and ethical questions facing creators and users today. Your voice is part of your identity, like your face or your name. But is it protected? In many countries, voice rights are vague or outdated, with little protection against cloning misuse. AI companies argue that once you upload, you consent to model training and use. But what if someone else uploads your voice without permission? Do you still control it? Celebrities and influencers are already dealing with unauthorized AI-generated ads using their voices. Some are suing, but laws have not caught up with the technology's rapid progress. Even in cases of parody or satire, clone voices can damage reputations and relationships. There is a growing call for voice copyright or biometric protection laws for audio identity. Until then, people are vulnerable to impersonation, fraud, and creative theft. Your voice could be used in videos, podcasts, songs, or political messages without your approval. 5. Using voice AI safely and ethically. AI voice tech is not all bad. It can do amazing things when used responsibly. Disabled individuals can regain voices lost to illness through custom AI speech models. Creators can save time producing narrations, dubs, or voiceovers without re-recording every line. Podcasters, YouTubers, and educators can scale content faster and more consistently. Customer service bots now sound more human, improving user experience without overwhelming human agents. The key is consent, transparency, and ethical boundaries in how voice AI is applied. You should always disclose when a voice is AI-generated, especially in business or public communication. Never use someone else's voice without their permission. It is not just wrong, it could be illegal. Tools like watermarking, real-time detection, and authentication layers must be prioritized by developers. We need strong ethical guidelines for AI use before regulation tries to catch up too late. Companies should offer users control over their data, especially when it involves personal biometrics. As creators, we should understand the tools we use and advocate for protections across platforms. Use AI voice cloning to enhance creativity, not to deceive, manipulate, or impersonate. Transparency builds trust, and in a deepfake world, trust is the most valuable currency we have. If you explore voice AI, experiment carefully and always respect your audience's right to know. Your voice, your power. We live in an age where your voice is no longer just heard. It is duplicated, simulated, and replayed. I can now make you say anything, anywhere, anytime, even if you never opened your mouth. This power is both incredible and dangerous, depending on how we choose to use it. The line between creation and impersonation is thin, and it must be guarded by responsibility. You are more than a data model, more than a voice sample. You are a human being. Protect your voice, know your rights, and be aware of where and how it is used. Tech can empower you, but only if you stay in control of what defines you. Use AI wisely, ethically, and with transparency. It is not just about innovation, it is about trust. And if you ever hear yourself say something strange, you might want to ask, was that really me? If this eye-opening deepfake journey blew your mind, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.